Well, it was a very full weekend in the world of motorsports. Championships were decided, while other championships were just getting started. We're going to start off with actually pretty exciting news out of Formula One this week. I know I don't cover them too terribly often, but we have a really special race this week. They're in the Dutch GP, but that's not the important part. The important part is McLaren driver Oscar Piastri. This is his first ever Grand Slam. What does that mean for Formula One? That is winning the pole, having the fastest lap of the race, leading every single lap, and of course also winning the race. It's his first time doing it in his career. Teammate and championship favorite right now, Lando Norris. He had a crash late in the race, ended his day. The GOAT, Max Verstappen, brought it home in second place, and followed by a rookie, Isaac Hadjar, getting his first ever podium finish. And congrats to all those guys. Big day for a lot of those guys. But back going to the States, we've got the IndyCar at the Nashville Super Speedway. The IndyCar Championship had actually been locked up a couple weeks ago by Alex Palou, and he entered the finale with nothing to lose today. But a couple other drivers wanted to end the season on a high note, and one of those was Pato O'Ward. He led early in the race and dominated very early until some green flag pit stops started shuffling the order up. And a hard hit from David Malukas in second place brings out the yellow on lap 82 and setting up for a crazy restart for Pato O'Ward to fight off all challengers. And he does for a while, but disaster strikes on lap 127 when he loses a right front tire and pounds the outside wall, ending his run at a win for the day. After that cleanup, we've got Alexander Rossi assuming the race lead, followed by his teammate Joseph Newgarden. Joseph is a hometown boy here in Nashville, and he's looking to bring home his first win at his home track today. And he gets off to a good start here as he does take the lead away from Rossi after too long. And we got more green flag pit stops for the rest of the day. Nothing too bad as far as crashes go, thankfully, from here on. And about 40 to go. This is going to set up for the end of the race. And after a very long battle for the lead, Scott McLaughlin does end up losing his car. And just scuffs the outside wall, but allows Newgarden to take the lead away and bringing out the caution, setting up for one last restart. On that restart, Newgarden defends all of his challengers, the hardest being Alex Palou, and he wins his hometown race to end the season. And and Palou walks home with the championship intact with a very solid runner-up finish. And that's it for the open wheels. And now we get to the fun stuff, stock car racing. And we're going to start off with the truck series at Darlington this weekend. This is their first race of the playoffs. We've got Lane Riggs alongside his teammate Chandler Smith up on pole. And the two battle really hard for the lead for their opening laps of this race until Smith loses a tire and gets a Darlington stripe for his troubles and soon completely falls off. And the tire fall off, while we're on that subject, is immense here this weekend. Drivers are really struggling after about 20-30 laps to even keep their cars in a straight line, as you started to notice if you watched my ride-along video the other day. And a lot of guys are hitting the wall, losing tires, spinning out, and it becomes a big choice for the teams if they want to try to save their tires and run out the rest of the stage without losing any positions, or if they want to pit, get fresh tires, and try to run hard to make up the spots they lose. And it all boils down to Corey Heim, of all people, chasing down Lane Riggs and takes the lead and holding off to win stage one, his 16th stage win of the season. I think y'all know where this is about to go. But in stage two, Lane Riggs finds his speed again and challenges Corey Heim for the lead and takes it, running the high side super close to the wall a la Dale Jr. and takes it with 30 laps to go. And he continues to just tick the laps away and dominates the rest of the stage, getting his 7th stage win of the season and setting up a strong playoff run for himself as well. In the pit stops, Grant Enfinger wins the race off pit road ahead of Heim and Riggs, but Corey Heim doesn't accept that challenge and just blows his door off on the restart and takes the lead away. But Lane Riggs, coming back after a slow pit stop to run him down, passes Corey Heim. And there's a bit of concern, did he run him down too hard? Did he burn his tires away? Only time will tell. And time will tell in only about 10 laps as Riggs ends up losing that tire with 20 laps to go. But fortunately, he's saved from having to go down pit road by Caden Honeycutt spinning on the front stretch. So he's able to change his tires without losing too much track position, but his chance at winning this race are effectively over. And with his biggest challenger out of the way, Corey Heim just blows away the field on the restart and keeps his position for his 8th win of the season. And that is 1 win away from tying the all-time record held by Greg Biffle. And he's got plenty of time to get it done. He's definitely got the speed to do it as well. But that's the end of the trucks race. So now we're going from the East Coast to the West Coast. At Portland, Oregon, I know there's racing out there, and it's a road course. So, of course, Connor Zilisch is the favorite, and he certainly didn't let his injury from a few weeks ago slow him down, because he puts that car on pole alongside his teammate Justin Allgaier. And this racetrack is, I won't say tricky, but it is incredibly narrow. There is not a lot of passing zones here, and it's immediately obvious because it's not the most entertaining of races. Connor Zilisch absolutely pulls away from the entire field this whole race. By the end of both stage 1 and 2, which he wins both of just to cut down on time, he has a 9, nearly 10-second gap on second place. You just can't make up that kind of stuff. This kid, he's extremely good on road courses, and we're starting to see him starting to improve on ovals as well. He's going to be into the Cup Series next year with SVG and Ross Chastain in the Trackhouse car. Who knows what's going to happen? He may actually win several races just like SVG did this year. At the start of stage 3, things actually do finally get a little bit interesting. Connor takes the lead and starts setting sail, but several cars running off the track brings out a yellow flag with 12 laps to go, and we are set up for a wild end of this race. Why is it wild? Because Xfinity Series terrorist Austin Hill is here to play. He gets a rocket restart and takes the lead away from Connor Zilisch going into turn 1. And with a bunch of chaos in turns 1 and 2, it damages the 88 car as he tries to run down Austin Hill to take the lead back, but he just can't seem to catch him. Like I said, there's not a lot of passing zones on this track. Once you're in the air, you're pretty much free to go. But Connor gets saved by a late caution with 4 laps to go and has a chance to salvage his dominant race back. And we are here on an overtime restart. Connor, he himself gets a really big run on the green flag, but he gets forced off into the runoff area after turn 1, and he has to take a little A loop that they got set up. I forgot what it's called. They named it something weird, but basically he's doing the little penalty area. But thankfully the leaders also jack it up in turn 2, which gives Connor enough time to actually take the lead after running his little penalty area, and he holds off in the final 2 laps to win his 8th race of the season ahead of William Sawalich and Nick Sanchez. Now, the Xfinity Series playoffs actually doesn't start for another 2 more weeks. I did get that wrong. So there's still a race for the regular season championship. Obviously, Connor's ahead in that regard right now after completely dominating the entire day. But when the playoffs do get started, he is going to have a big buffer in the round of 12. Now, Sunday, we got the Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. Chase Briscoe has won the pole for every single crown jewel event this season, until this one, where Denny Hamlin swipes it away and forcing Chase Briscoe to start in second. But that doesn't stay that way for long. So he does miss that qualifying effort, but they take the green flag, and immediately off of turn 2, we have a spin. Josh Berry had a storybook win at the beginning of the season to get into the playoffs, qualified 3rd for this race, looked to have a strong shot at a really good finish, crashes out on the opening lap, and the team spends the first third of this race repairing the car. And so he is immediately behind the 8 ball in the playoffs. Chase Briscoe on the restart, he doesn't assert himself, and he takes the lead on the restart, setting the tone for the entire evening as he absolutely dominates stage number 1 to win. Stage number 2, Briscoe is still up front again, but he starts to receive a challenge from 2311 driver Tyler Reddick. And throughout a series of multiple spins throughout this stage, Reddick is up front and takes the lead for a little while, but Chase Briscoe takes the lead back before long and holds on to sweep the stages for the night. Chase was absolutely in another ball field tonight. Ended up leading over 300 laps, and there was a little bit of trivia working against him where the past 6 drivers to lead the most laps failed to win the race. So he does have that working against him, especially leading this much. But he's got a fast Toyota. Toyota showed up hard tonight. and you'll see just how hard later on we get to the ending of this race. So stage 2 ends, Briscoe wins, and now we're going on to stage 3. Not a lot of drama as far as wrecks are concerned, but fuel mileage and tire strategy is still the name of the game. And up front, Briscoe is still challenged by Tyler Reddick, but also the Legacy Motor Club cars of Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek is making this a 3 to 4 car battle for the lead coming down to the wire. Jones going for his third Southern 500. He is also incredibly fast here. Briscoe obviously trying to go back to back after his storybook win last year, and it is anybody's guess to see who is going to win this race. Coming down to the wire, Tyler Reddick makes a lot of really strong runs against Chase Briscoe. Dives underneath him to take the lead away a few times, but he can never hold it on long enough. Chase Briscoe stays up front, and even though it was a brilliant last 10 laps, nobody had anything for him, and Chase goes on to win his second straight Southern 500, getting a maximum points night and advancing to round 12, to the round of 12, I should say, of the playoffs, with 7 more playoff points to buffer his standings. And Toyota finished 1, 2, 3, 4 tonight, and they were the only manufacturer to have any playoff drivers of theirs in the top 10. Nobody else did. That was not a good night for everybody else, especially the Hendrick cars. They were all behind the 8 ball the entire evening. I think Chase Elliott was the highest finishing Hendrick car, and he was like 17th. So next week, hopefully things work a lot better. NASCAR is going to be a gateway. IndyCar, obviously their season is over with now, and Formula One is going to be racing at Monza. So we'll cover that a little bit too. Maybe we'll finally get to use the Max Verstappen meme. Finally got a podium finish again. Cannot wait. But until then, hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Labor Days. Have a great week. And catch y'all next time. Have a good one.